Welcome students to another in our Investigating Science series. Today we're in grade 6 and we're looking at sounds. We are going to be answering the question, how are sounds made? Have you ever wondered why you hear something? What creates that sound? Okay, well, we're going to find out today. How are sounds made? Okay, so let us look at what we have on our table. Do you know what this instrument is? It is popularly called a shaker, but the correct name is maracas. Alright, what else do we have? This, we have many different sizes. When I use this instrument to hit any of those, we get a sound. So this is called a mallet. Alright, we have, what is this? There you got it. It is a whistle. Now, can anybody guess the name of this instrument? Have you ever seen it before? How do we use it? All right, we'll find out. But this is called a tuning fork. Now, we have 2 or 3 other instruments here. All right, we have this instrument, which is called a xylophone. I think the correct name is glockenspiel. Don't quote me on that, but we can call it a xylophone. And we have 2 different sound bars, which we will investigate in a little while. So, we're answering the question, how are sounds made? So let us start with a very simple elastic band. I'm sure you can find an elastic band at home. Alright, so this is our elastic band. This is a very thick one, and this is a thin elastic band. When we're growing up in primary school, we would have a lot of games with our elastic bands. So if you should stretch your elastic band between 2 points, for instance, 2 fingers as far apart as possible, and you, what we call, pluck it. I'm not sure you're hearing that, but it should make a sound. What do you notice? What is happening to the elastic band? Is it shaking? We say that the elastic band is vibrating. Oh yes, that stings. Alright, so sounds are made when an object vibrates. That's one. So the stones or whatever is in this shaker, maracas, as they hit upon the surface, the inner surface, right, it causes the object to vibrate. And when that happens, we get a sound. Let's try with our drum. Are you hearing a sound? So when I hit it, you're hearing that zing sound, right? The object or the drum, the surface of the drum is vibrating, all right? And so we get a sound. All right. But do we only get sounds when something vibrates, like a solid object vibrates? What about when you speak or when you sing? You make those crazy sounds in the bathroom. You get a sound. So how is that sound produced? What is vibrating? So, if I blow in my whistle, what am I blowing in the whistle? Let's go again. I am blowing in the whistle. What do you hear? I am blowing air. Yes. So, sound is also produced when air vibrates. So if you should look at your recorder, simple recorder, or any of those instruments that you blow in, your trumpet, your saxophone, the air that is blown in, yes, will help to create the sound. So there's a column, right, of air in these instruments, and when you blow, you get a sound. So that's the same thing that happens with your voice. You have what we call a voice box. You must have heard of it. So when you speak, all right, so speak or sing and touch this area. What do you see? Ah, something is happening here. Ooh, yes, the voice box, that section is vibrating. So you have what we call vocal cords in your throat, in this region, in the voice box, and when you speak or you sing, it vibrates. And that is another way that we are able to produce sounds. Now, what can we do to these instruments to create a sound? What have I done to the drum? What did I do to it? I hit it. So sound is produced in some cases when I hit an object. So when I hit the object, I get a sound. All right. We also said that when we blow air in some instruments or some objects, like this, we get a sound. How did we get the sound for this maracas? What did we do? We are shaking. So when we shake some object, we get a sound. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's look at our tuning fork. Remember we spoke about the tuning fork. The tuning fork is a very special instrument because they have a set sound. So this is going to give you the sound that is made with the C sound, like what you'd find on some instruments. So how do we get the sound here? I'm not sure you're going to get it, but what you do is that you will hit a particular thing, and when you hold it to your ears, you hear the sound. So let me try that again. Okay, I'm not sure you heard that, but there is a sound that is found, and no matter what happens, no matter what object I hit, I will still get the same sound. So this is called a tuning fork. When musicians want to tune their instruments, they get these tuning forks that will always give them a particular sound. Okay, so we have two more things to investigate here. So we said that we got a sound by hitting, we got a sound by shaking, we got a sound by blowing, and we're going to see how we get the sounds on this xylophone. Right, so this is a xylophone. Let me just shift it and tell me what you hear. You should be able to recognize this. That is, what is that? That is the musical scale, and we can put a tune to it. I'm not a singer. How did I get the sound? I was hitting the different bars on this xylophone or glockenspiel to get a sound, right? And we'll have two more. Yes, so let's try this one, and we want you to compare the sound. You hear that sound? Was that the same sound? Let's go again. Right, the two instruments, although they look alike, they gave me two different sounds. All right, we will be investigating some properties of sound in our next in our next lesson. But for now, I am sure you would have answered the question, how are sounds made? They are made when an object or air vibrates, and we can get a sound by hitting, by shaking, by blowing, and by using, yes, our mallet to hit. different objects. That's all for today. Join us next time when we will investigate another interesting science topic.